Okay, hi, Mike Caldwell here with Steve and Andrew Badger. They're the owners of Agape Fitness Boot Camp, and I just wanted to give them a chance to introduce themselves and give them a chance to tell you their story.
Well, hi, my name is Stephen Badger. I'm one of the owners, as well as my brother Andrew Badger. We are the owners of Agape Fitness Boot Camp, which is a fitness facility where we basically try to get the community healthy. You know, we try to bring that family feel. We offer about 15 different arts that you can choose from, so we have a wide variety of classes and courses. And we just try to keep the community as healthy as possible and reach out to as many people as we can. Working with Mike and Carlos, we knew that we had to try to hit a bigger market, more of a online presence, which is something that we didn't have initially. So we definitely had to reach out and see what services Carlos and Mike could bring and how they could help us to increase our sales.
Okay, guys, so when we first started, what were your goals? What were your expectations coming into working with us?
Well, prior to meeting with Mike and Carlos, we were signing up about 3 or 4 a month, and our expectation launching with them was to double that and get 4 to 5 every 2 weeks.
Okay, perfect. So how long did it take us to get your first sign up once we launched the campaign?
Well, at the initial start of the launch, we had a sign up right out the gate. I would say within the first few hours, we had our first sign up.
And do you know how many signups you had in your first month?
In our first month, we had around 35 new signups in our first month.
35 new signups. Okay, so we exceeded the 12 per month that you were hoping for.
You guys blew it out the water.
Nice. So the initial offer that we were presenting to your clients was a 3-week $49 offer, right? So you made a little bit over. You made you said 35. Let's say you did average 1 a day. So that would be $1,470, right? You made $1,400 in your first month just with the initial offer. Does that sound about right?
Right.
So, Steve, do you know what your conversion rate was going from your initial offer to the membership in a percentage? What percentage of people signed up for the full 6-month membership?
It was roughly 50 to 60%. So I mean, definitely an amazing figure.
And what is the 6-month offer?
Well, the 6-month offer is basically you get 6 months of unlimited boot camp for $99 per month. So you're into a 6-month contract paying $99 each month.
Okay, so that's 6 times 99. That's $594.
Absolutely.
And you're doing a 50% conversion. So let's say you signed up 15 people.
Yes.
So let's say you had 15 enrollments at $594 each. That works out to $8,910, right?
Absolutely.
And when you add that to your initial offer of the $1,470, that worked out to
almost
$10,380.
It's amazing.
That's not bad for your first month, eh?
Not too bad at all.
In your second month, do you know how many signups you had during the first week?
We had 11 in the first week.
Oh, that's cool.
Amazing.
Just by chance, how many signups did you have yesterday?
We actually had 5 signups yesterday, just yesterday alone.
Okay, so
incredible.
So what's the trend looking like right now?
It's looking like we're gonna get 5 a day. So what? That 5 times 30 is 150. Right?
Okay, we're not going to get 5 a day. Okay, we're definitely on an increasing trend, but it's going to be a few months before we're doing 5 a day. So what is our Facebook spending allotment per day on Facebook?
Right now, we're only spending $10 a day. $10.
Okay, so what you're saying is that in 1 month we're spending $10 a day, so $300 a month, and that equated to $10,380 in sales.
Absolutely.
I think we lost him, Steve. What do you think about that?
I think it's incredible. I mean,
So before hiring Carlos and myself, you hired another marketing company. Could you just really briefly describe the difference between the other marketing company and what Optimized Marketing Solutions provided for you?
before Mike and Carlos, we actually worked with another company trying to do the same type of online digital marketing presence, and basically spent a good 3 months and got no results at all. The guy came in, we spent a good 4 days, in the research process and trying to, come up with a strategy, and we thought that we had it all under control, but, the end product was not delivered. Mike and Carlos came in, within, couple weeks, we had our product ready to go.
So Mike and Carlos work differently than any other company out there. First and foremost, they care about you as a person and how and what you do. Every dime that is spent is thought. There's not just spending to spend, and that's one of the first things I appreciate. Apart from them wanting to know what we're about. Another good thing that actually stuck out to me was, Mike and Carlos were able to do everything. They were able to put everything in one big ball. We didn't have to go to 3 different companies to accomplish different tasks. We worked directly with Mike, directly with Carlos to accomplish the whole pot, and that kept everything succinct. It kept everything in line, and we were able to accomplish every goal that we hit. It was a winner for us. They were the jack of all trades when it comes to marketing.
All right, guys. So I know we did a whole bunch of things working together, but there were 3 main attributes that Optimized Marketing Solutions brought to Agape. What were those 3 main things?
The 3 big things that Mike and Carlos did to really build our program was first is we worked on our testimonials. Our testimonial videos, they came in and created just a phenomenal testimonial video that they linked to our funnel. And a funnel is a funnel, but when you add that testimonial to that funnel, it really boosted our advertisement. And the advertisement, that's the third portion of it, is we were able to advertise on the Facebook platform to where it's a fully functioning engine, and it's just been great ever since.
And so since then, we've been working together for a few months now, and what's the daily support like for you guys?
24/7. It's 24/7 support, and not just email or text, but it's live support. If there's something that we need or something that we're having trouble with, we can contact Mike and Carlos on the spot, and that's what's been really helpful. I can only imagine having to call a tech support line where I'm going through prompts and not being able to get anybody, but it's live support with Mike and Carlos every day.
Cool. And what would you say, how's our transparency? Do you think we're ever doing anything behind your back? Are we doing anything that you don't know about or anything on the sly? Or do you know exactly what we're doing all the time?
I would say the transparency is clear as day. You can see right through. We know exactly what's going on. There's no secrets. Nothing's hidden. I mean, it's just an amazing service that you guys offer, and client is always aware of what's going on.
So would you recommend our services to other businesses?
I would recommend you guys to everybody, absolutely. And that's the interesting part is every person, every business owner I talk to, I'm always looking to see how you guys can help them.
Yeah, I think in the last 2 weeks we've received 3 referrals from you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That speaks louder than words. All right, guys.
And more.
Thanks so much for. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
I said, and more will come.
Yes, our success is based off of what you guys have done for us. So those that ask, how, why, I mean, it's Mike and Carlos, 100%.
Cool.
100%.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time, guys. I really appreciate you doing this for us.
Thank you.